What's good? What's good? What's good with everybody, man? Raider Nation back at it, full effect, man. Ready to tape. We got the pregame live show. Houston, Texas versus the Las Vegas Raiders, baby. And this is a must-win. We already know it's a must-win. Every game by this time moving forward is a must-win. But shout out to everybody that's going to be pulling up to this live. Appreciate everybody that'll be here today. It has been a long week. A lot of transitioning going on. But we're going to give it a little bit of time, see some people pull up, man. Go ahead and get this out here. Go ahead and share this on the community page real quick and give some time people to pull up. But I appreciate everybody that's going to be here today because, man, we got a good one on the way. And I really want to see this damn team show us a clean game. That's all I want. A clean game, competent game, not a bunch of penalties, nothing crazy. And with the penalties, you know, with this refereeing, apparently we are 0-6 with this referee team. So that's something to look out for. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that these referees are biased or anything, but being 0-6 with this referee team or referee crew, I should probably say, is that doesn't look pretty. And then as well as being 0-5 in our last 5, coming out of the last 5 bye weeks, we are 0-5. So something to look out for, definitely, man. But before we get into this, of course, I'm going to be giving some shout-outs. I'm going to be waiting for some people to pull up as well, man. What's popping? I see Tony Collins out here. Herman Munster in the building. B-Rod, what's good with you, man? Let me go ahead and get out there real quick. Share this to the page. Gary Poe. Yeah. But shout out to everybody pulling up, man. I see SVT in the building. Paul Burton says, what's up, Ray? It's game day, baby. You know what it is, Paul. Man, we got to win this one. We got to win this one, PB. I'm telling you, Burton, it's going to go down. And we got to win this one comfortably. We have to win this one comfortably, man. Tony Collins in the building. Was popping, Nation. Shout out to everybody pulling up. We need under 5 flags this game to win. We need under 5 flags in every single game. We need to show that we can have a clean game, man. And I hope we could turn it around as far as the penalties. And this is why I really want to keep an eye on this offensive line, because Jermaine Illuminor is a penalty machine. Brian Chavez in the building. What's popping with you, man? Appreciate you pulling up. Let's get this dub today. We got to get this dub. We got to get this dub. It's the Texans. And one thing I don't want to do, right? Don't sleep on the Texans, y'all. Do not sleep on the Texans. We cannot sleep on the Texans, man. I'm telling you right now. If we go out there and we lay an egg against the Texans, the season's over. That's how I see it. If we lose against the Texans, y'all, I'm telling you right now, looking into the camera, the season is over if we lose to the Texans. We're going to be the embarrassment of the NFL at this point. What channel is this game on? I believe it should be on your local station, CBS, right? If I'm not mistaken. Usually the Raider games are on CBS. Shout out to Alex pulling up on us. If Brady loses to the tanking Panthers, I'm going to be in such a good mood. Hey, whenever Brady loses, you know what I mean, he's just having a hard time this year, man. I'm not even going to get into it. Let's effing go, Raiders. Going to have to fight for this one. Cisco Cordova, shout out to you, man. I see you with the Welcome bird and everything in the profile picture. Shout out to you, man, holding it down for the town. NorCal Jesse in the building. Shout out to Jesse pulling up on us, man. Appreciate you being here with us. Yes, sir. 0-6 with this ref crew. Yes. So yesterday I was live with our guy, Farrell NFL, as well as Raider Ray. And we was talking about this game and how Raider Ray had brought up a very interesting statistic on we're 0-6 with this referee crew. And then we're also 0-5 coming out of the last 5 bye weeks. So we definitely have to go compete against history at this point. CBS for Las Vegas, Houston, CBS. So he's CBS. Underrated man says CBS. Hit them likes button, people. Yes, sir. You know what it is, Schneider. Appreciate you pulling up on us as usual. And if y'all pulling up right now, make sure to go make a play. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if y'all new here. It's been a while. The last time I was on, posted a video. It was Good Morning Nation this past Monday. But we back at it, man, for this pregame for the Houston. For this Houston one. Alex says, remember when we had no turnovers or penalties in the preseason? That's what is weird. That's what's weird, man. And it makes you kind of think, oh, of course, this is hindsight, but it kind of makes you think maybe for one game or for maybe one drive that we should have had the starters out there, right? So maybe next year we may see a change because Josh McDaniels will be our coach next year. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Derek Vehicle in the building. Shout out to you, man. If they lose to the Texans, just tank. Facts. It's over. It's over. Manuel, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you pulling up on us. Brian Chavez, Texans only allowed 1 passing touchdown this season. They ain't to be taken lightly. And this is exactly what I'm saying, Chavez. Like, we can't go into this game because I've heard a lot of things going on in Raider Nation of how we should win this one. This should be a winnable game, stuff like that. But at the same time, the record speaks pretty much volumes because they got a tie. They've lost 3 games, and most of the games have been pretty close. And their defense has been pretty stubborn. I'm not going to lie. The Houston Texans defense has been pretty stubborn. Now, when you pull up the statistics on the Texans, I believe they're middle of the pack, right? They're top 10 in passing defense, or is it rushing defense? I'll have to clarify that here shortly. But their defense, you can't sleep on them. You can't sleep on them. So that's why I want to make sure we go in there and play against them the same way that we should be playing against every team at our highest level. And so looking at their statistics right now, their passing defense, let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys so you guys can look at this with me. Of course, let me share this. Their passing defense is how do I share this screen? Let me see. Invite present. Oh, they changed some things up on this. They changed some things up on me. That's wild. All right, here we go. Let's add this to the stream real quick. Their defense. Here we go. Houston Texans defense, 5th in passing touchdowns, 5th in passing interceptions. Excuse me. Excuse me. Whew. Rushing, though, 17th in touchdowns, 30th in yards. So this run, and the defense overall points allowed is 13th. So this defense, like I said, it's stifling. It's going to give us some issues. Now, this is a game that Josh Jacobs could actually take over. And when you look at a flip side, we're pretty good at the run game. Their offense is pretty much built around the run game in these past couple of weeks. Because when you look at the offense, it says their passing yards is 26th, their passing touchdowns is 20, and then when they're rushing, they're 22 in yards and 23 in touchdowns. Now, it may seem a little skewed and the rushing may not seem good, but they just started getting the ball rolling without rookie running back Dameon Pierce. So I definitely want to keep an eye on their running back as well. Mike T in the building, man. Need to put away early before refs can take it. The refs will always bring it back, bro. The refs, and this is why. Because when we're playing the Chiefs, Mike T, when we're playing the Chiefs, we had got a roughing the passer in our favor on Derek Carr, Chris Jones and Derek Carr. We had got a roughing the passer in our favor. And the moment that happened, I put a tweet out and I said the refs are going to get us back in the second half. And what the hell happened? Bro, damn near every call that could have went either way went to the Chiefs. So it's never too late. And we had a lead on the Chiefs, man. We had a comfortable lead on the Chiefs. And, then all of a sudden they started making calls the other way. And that's when the table started to turn. So, it's never too late for the refs to get back into it, man. They'll always try to skew the game. Kevin Lurker in the building. Appreciate you, Lurk. He says, game day, the comeback begins today. It starts today, brother. You're 100% right. It starts today. Prezi in the building. Shout out to Digital Prez. Make sure to check his channel out. The boy putting out content. The man is putting out content when he's been rocking with Raider Nation. So make sure to go support Prez. Always helping me out in the background as well. So I appreciate you, dog. Yes, sir. You know it, G. Shout out to Cisco, man. Keep holding it down, brother. B-Ross says, Raid, what would happen if we lose today? If we lost today, I think this is where a lot of the toxicity would come into place. I'm not even going to lie. A lot of toxicity will come into place. The locker room is going to probably be shaky. We'll probably start to see the team not look the same, in my opinion. I don't know if you really continue to turn it around if you lose this game. Going 1-5 is pretty tough, man. And we're already in a hole to where even if we won the next 3 games and we went 4-4, we're halfway through the season at that point being 4-4. And that's not a good record. You're 500. Now, you could go out there and win the rest of your games, but how likely are you going to win the rest of your games, right? So this game is probably the straw that broke the camel's back, in my opinion. Now, one thing I will say and add to that is I don't think Josh McDaniels gets fired at all unless something super dramatic happens. Like, even if we go 3-0 what is it, 14. Even if we go 3-14, Josh McDaniels isn't even getting fired. So it's going to be interesting to see how we come out next week. Or I mean, see next year if that ends up happening, B-Rod. JD in the building, hold it down for SoCal. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, remember, y'all, if y'all can, make sure to hit that like. Let's see if we can get, we got over 50 people in here. So let's see if we can get over 50 likes, y'all. Let's try to make that happen. Go make a play. Do your Dougie, do your touchdown dance, and hit that thumbs up, y'all. SVT in the building. Where's SVT? SVT in the building? Yes, sir. My God, my brother. Shout out to SVT Vasquez. He says, our offense needs to show up, period. Time to nut up or shut up. Yeah, bro. That's exactly how I say. You know what I mean? Run up or shut up. You either going to fight or you either going to sit there and be quiet. And our offense definitely has to show up because our defense is not the greatest. And I think everybody can agree with that. Now, we do have some studs out there, but it's not the greatest. And it's not what we invested in. It's not what at the beginning of the season we said our defense is going to win us games. Our defense is going to close games for us. This is going to be the best defense we had in 20 years. We didn't say that. We said this offense was going to be the best offense we've seen in 20 years. This is going to be one of the best offenses in the league. And they're going to close games for us. They're going to win games for us. When the game is on the line, Derek Carr has so many comebacks that we're going to win every single game, even if it's close, because we got Derek Carr and the rest of these weapons. So it's on the offense, in my opinion. And they have to go out there and produce. But also, Josh McDaniels has to make sure he has a balanced game because although the Texans aren't as good against the run and they're better at the pass, I don't think any team could necessarily beat us like we could beat ourselves. And the reason I say that is because when you watch the Broncos game, the Broncos do have a pretty good defense in general, and they've been able to stop a lot of teams. But we go out there and we're still able to run the football well and pass it well because we remain balanced. So if we can continue being balanced throughout this game, throughout the rest of the season, that is when I'll be confident and I'll be convinced that we finally figured it out because I've seen it in the last couple of weeks. We've been balanced in the last couple of weeks. So let's go out there and continue to do it against the Texans, and let's see if Josh Jacobs has another game to where he just tearing them up, man. Spraying your thumb, hitting that like. Yeah, bro. You got to go down there. Break that like button, y'all. Break that like button. Shout out to Ricardo. Shout out to Austin Martinez in the building. Yes, sir. Hit that like button, man. Raiders #1, and I'm a Raiders for life, bro. Yes, sir. It's facts. I mean, we ain't going to switch up just because they go down. Definitely not. We need to stuff the Texans rush. Yeah, definitely. And we just looked at it. Their pass defense is actually very competent. We just seen how it was ranked, what I believe was, where is it at right here? This is the Texans defense, and you look down, passing defense, they're 5th in touchdowns, 5th in interceptions. So this Texans defense is no joke when it comes to the passing game. Now, when you look at the run game, it's 30th. When you look at the touchdowns, it's 17th. So, you know, you gotta definitely can't sleep on them. My confidence level is about 57 right now. So my guy is 50-50. He's right there. My confidence level, I'll be honest, man, I'm still around the 70 to 80%. I'm still confident in this team. I've liked what I've seen. I just think it's tiny little nuances that we need to change to where we're going to be able to continue. What is that? Oh, appreciate everybody that said bless you when I sneezed. Thank you very much. But my confidence level is still around 70 to 80%, man. I think this team is very good, and people know that. Other teams know that. And when they play us, they want to go out there and they definitely want to continue to try to – they got to come to our level almost. When you have Devontae Adams at receiver, you think that corner is thinking in his head when he comes in to play the Raiders like, oh, man, I'm going to get beat. No, he's going to want to elevate his game. He's going to want to try and play at Devontae Adams' level. So when you have good players, opponents definitely want to play at your level, and that's who we are. We're a high-level team. Is Darren Waller playing? Now, I don't think – no, let me say this because I do think – I hate when I say that. I don't think – motherfucker, I definitely think. But I had already seen that apparently he's going to be warming up and be a game-time decision. That's the best way I could put it. He's going to be a game-time decision because his hamstring, he's dealing with a few things here and there. But he is out there on the field putting in a few things and able to see if he's able to warm up and get out there, man. Hunter Renfro's out here able to warm up as well. and get some work in on the sidelines. So Hunter Renfrow is looking decent, but we don't know 100% sure if he's going to be out there. I believe he is. But let's see if we can pull this up real quick. Here's Hunter Renfrow getting in some work. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm glad he's looking good. I'm glad he's back out there. We need Hunter Renfrow, one of the better slots, one of the better receivers on this team. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that Darren Waller information real quick. If it was 100% confirmed. I don't know if it was, but I believe it was a game time decision, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so here's the injury list. Let me pull this up real quick. Here's the injury list. And Darren Waller's not on there. This is the inactives for today. These are the inactives for the Raiders today. And you see Brenton Brown, Jayon Brown, Darren. Oh, what? Darren Waller is out. He is inactive. He is inactive, actually. He is inactive. Yep. Damn. This dude, bro. This dude, Waller, man. We should have traded his ass last year. We should have traded his ass and boosting with E. Appreciate you, brother. Yep. Waller's out. He's out. Yep. We should have traded his ass last year. This is bullshit. This is straight bullshit. Because last year he was out half the season, and now this year he's out damn near half the season already. Like, he has not been producing. He said Raiders really suck. Man, this dude needs to get his shit together, bro. This is ridiculous. Jones gets a sack yet? 0, huh? Jones has 0 sacks? I don't believe this. Does he have 0 sacks? What the hell? Chandler Jones has 0 sacks on the season? My goodness. I ain't gonna cap. I didn't even know that. I thought he got one. I thought he had got one. At least one. This man has 0 sacks on the season. Oh my goodness, bro. That is ridiculous, Schneider. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to step up this game. And he's gonna get his first sack this one. He's gonna get his first sack this game. Most definitely. I believe he will. I definitely believe he will, bro. 2024 out on Waller also, by the way. Yo, man, this is the thing with Waller is last year in the middle of the season, that is when I had made the decision I wanted to trade Waller. I felt like we should have traded Waller. I got a lot of pushback for that. I took a lot of heat for even saying that in the midst of last season. And so a lot of people agreed with me, and then there was the other half. And the reason I said that is because, one, he was hurt. And this is the first time we had to deal with Waller's injury was last year in the middle of the season. That was the first time we had to deal with Waller's injuries. And the way it kind of lingered and the way he was struggling to get back, it made me concerned. And that's when I was like, man, we probably going to have to get this dude off. We're going to probably have to try and trade this guy. And then not only that, we're going to give him a big contract when he has 2 years left on his contract. So that confuses me as well. Then we're going to max his contract out. He's turning 30 years old. So he's 30-year-old tight end that's having lingering injuries, and you want to max his contract out. Bad business, in my opinion. That was a bad deal right there, in my opinion. Rezo says, I don't even get the – how do you not – go to Dofu Sports. Download the Dofu Sports app, man. Yep, only Max, Hobbs, and Perriman have sacks. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing, bro. That's terrible. That's terrible, terrible, terrible. All love and respect. Yes, sir. Shout out to Tyler Ryder. Waller is way overpaid now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waller for best tight end when healthy. No, he's not. Waller has never been the best tight end in the league, man. Like he's never been the best tight end in the league. He's been a top 3 tight end, but he's never been the best tight end in the league. And not to, you know what I mean? And I try not to be biased, but think about it. Travis Kelce's has always been better than Darren Waller. Travis Kelce has been the best tight end in the league for the last probably 10 years, bro. Darren Waller has never been. He's been top 3. He's probably been 2 or 3. SVT, y'all can watch the game on meth streams. Shout out to Prez El Chapo Jr. Are you serious? Is it really called meth streams? Y'all out here wilding the hell out, man. You wilding the hell out. For NFL says, LOL, not even close to being the best. Yeah, he's not the best, man. He's not the best. Yo, we got 95 people in here. If y'all can, make sure to hit that like button, man. Help the algorithm out. You know what it is. Hoping McCaffrey runs wild on KC today. Yeah, we need the Niners to go out there and handle some business for us, man. I'm not going to lie. Not Zeus' fault he doesn't get more touches. Who's speaking bad on Zeus? Who's speaking bad on Zeus? I think I don't mind Zeus getting a few touches, but I feel like Jacobs is the guy right now. Until Jacobs looks like he's slowing down, until Jacobs looks like he has an injury that may need to take off a few reps, then okay, I get it. But no, Josh is running very well, and I think we need to run our offense through Josh. And another thing I wanted to bring up, especially about this offense, man, is that have you guys noticed? Let me know that in the comments. Have you guys noticed that when we run play action, we don't really run play action pass? This is what I'll say. We don't really run play action pass, and when we do, we literally only have like one or two receiver options on the play. So we go do a play action pass, and then we'll have like maybe a tight end, and then one guy running downfield, and then have everybody stay in to block. So then what that ends up doing is limiting your options. And when you have four guys covering only two receivers, and then every other person is trying to get to the quarterback, it's really hindering our offense from maximizing that opportunity when it comes to a play action pass or a play action play. And so I want to see how we definitely kind of tweak that and see if we come out here running some different stuff. Also, I would like to see some screens. I would like to see some screens go out there and develop and be executed well, because our screen game has been garbage, man. Our screen game has been garbage. Rezo says that hat is heat. Appreciate you, Rezo, man. If for those who don't know, make sure to go hit up Redemption brand. Appreciate y'all, man. This is a Redemption hat. This is a Redemption shirt as well, first edition. This is the last first edition hat I am dropping. So if y'all want to go cop one, make sure to go check it out on redemptionbrand.com. Appreciate you, man, for dropping that comment. What's up with Blake Martinez? Are we going to see him play? If we see Blake Martinez playing, man, we're in trouble. I'll be honest. We are in trouble if we see Blake Martinez play. I don't think this dude was really supposed to come in to move the needle. He wasn't supposed to come in to really make this defense go from 28th or 26th or whatever it is to 19th. You know what I mean? What is Blake Martinez going to do that our linebackers can't already? People say he could cover, but I don't know how well Blake Martinez could actually cover. If he was covering that well, wouldn't we have just brought him in at the beginning of the season, especially because he has chemistry with Patrick Graham? So I think this is kind of just a Band-Aid, and he's just coming in here to kind of just be that depth at this point. I don't remember that last time I paid for a pay-per-view event. Y'all must be talking about the stream, man. Waller out is a blessing in disguise. If Foster can step up, then we can move from DW. This is the thing, though, man. We just gave him such a big contract that I think we'll be stuck with like a huge dead cap. But if we trade him, then the other team obviously could pick up the cap. We'll figure that out when the time comes. But notice when last year, did we struggle when Waller went out last year, or did we go on a 6-game winning streak? You guys let me know. When we were playing the Cowboys Thanksgiving and Waller went out of the game, did we not score the most points in that stretch when Waller went out against the Cowboys? And then when he had gone out and he had came back against the Chargers, we were on a 6-game winning streak. So I'm not saying we do play better without Waller or anything, but I'm just saying that, you know, the offense doesn't really skip a beat, or it doesn't really hurt the offense that much. Wow, Lions fumble on the one, Lions recover. Oh, what the hell? That's a weird stat. Marvin says, too much Waller hate. I don't think it's really hate, man. Honestly, I don't think it's hate. It's not hate whatsoever. Not whatsoever. Because when I was talking about it last year, and it's not because I hate Waller. It's not because I have some personal vendetta. Some people actually brought up the fact that Waller went to San Diego with his girl, and people thought that somehow was I don't know, like some type of hindrance to his game. And I don't even talk about that stuff. I feel like that's more of the hate. All I talk about is the business decision of whether you keep a player or not. That's all I talk about. And I felt like we could have got more value trading him than re-signing him. That's it. That's all I'm saying. It's a business decision. Was it worth re-signing him to this max contract, or would it have been worth us trading him to a team, getting their first-round pick or getting some picks, and then using those picks to go get defensive players, or using him in a trade to get Devontae Adams to where we can keep our first? Something in those sorts. But hate, I don't see where the hate is. Definitely don't see where the hate is. Shout out to Raider Reaper, man, with the super chat. Appreciate you supporting the channel as usual, man. He says McDaniel's playbook is garbage. Graham makes 0 adjustments. You know, I would take a step back, Reaper. I know we feeling some type of way, but I would take a step back and say McDaniel's playbook is it's solid, man. I'll say it's solid. Our offense definitely does move. I would flip it a little bit though. I would say that McDaniel's needs to make more adjustments. And then that Patrick Graham, his and then his playbook is kind of garbage. I would say Graham's playbook is more garbage because we was talking about this yesterday when I was on Pharaoh's Live and how players aren't able to play fast because of how complex the defense is. Now, we had the flip side of that when we had Gus Bradley, and it was just the same defense. It was literally cover three. So Graham definitely makes adjustment because he'll run a cover 3 and then he'll have them drop back into a cover 2 or vice versa or a man. So, and then he'll have a bunch of people around the line of scrimmage and they're dropping back. And it's very creative. He has a creative, I guess, scheme, and he makes a lot of adjustments. So I wouldn't say that. I would just say the playbook would be more trash than the offensive playbook. But I definitely hear what you're saying, bro. Appreciate you, Reaper. And if anybody wants to drop a super, appreciate it, man. Goes a long way. Eminem in the building. What's good with you, man? If y'all can't hit that like button, y'all, let's see if we can get up to 100 likes, man. Mike Moore says, nope, Waller only come back when he saw we could do something last year. I'm not going to speculate, Mike. I don't really want to speculate, but call it what you want. Call it what you want. You know, we had a chance to go to the playoffs. All of a sudden, he pops up on the very last game. You know what I mean? And then and we do end up winning that game. But, you know, I feel like we went on a winning streak without him. So it is what it is. Waller needs us, but we really don't need Waller. Exactly. This is the best way to put it, Brian Chavez. This is the best way to put it. Waller needs us more than we need Waller. And this is why I had a huge debate with somebody, and they were saying, oh, no, we need Waller. They're not really saying that we need Waller, but they were saying along the lines of Waller is kind of making us. And I was like, no, if anything, the Raiders made Waller. The Raiders gave Darren Waller a chance when nobody else was giving them a chance or him a chance. And he came in, and Derek Carr, regardless of who the tight end is, Derek Carr loves his tight ends. Jared Cook, for instance, had his best season when he came to the Raiders. And Jared Cook has played with Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. The list goes on. He has his best years with Derek Carr. Before we had Jared Cook, we had freaking, Clive Walford or something like that and Rivera. And we knew who they were because they would drop passes and stuff, but they were still produced as a tight end. So if we get a competent tight end and let's see what Foster Moreau does today. Let's see if Foster Moreau steps up today. We need to sack Davis Mills, bro, 100%. What are we, last in sacks? Someone let me know. Are we last in sacks, guys? I believe we are. Let's go ahead and pull up the Raiders rankings real quick so we can get a better idea of where we are sitting at when it comes to our stats, because our defense, I've heard about it. I've been watching it all season, just like you guys. And we can see right here, man, the defense. Oh, hold up. This ain't the Raiders defense. It's the Houston Texans. My fault. Ski skirt. This is the Texas defense. I wish our defense was ranked 13th. I ain't going to cap right now. I wish our defense was ranked 13th. That would be beautiful. If our defense was ranked 13th, we'd be 5-0. Let's just put it that way. We'd be 5-0 for sure. But our defense is ranked 28th. Defense currently ranked 28th. The passing defense is 23rd in yards, 30th in touchdowns. The rushing defense is 6th in yards, 17th in touchdowns. And pretty much what that's saying is our red zone defense sucks because they could get down to the red zone. They could just rush the ball in if they want, or they could pass the ball. So we're not stopping anybody from scoring touchdowns, really. We're only stopping people within side the 20 to 20, it seems like. Anyone else going to watch Donkos? Yeah, I'm not watching no Donkos game. I'm not watching no Donkos game. Russ is out of that game too, ain't it? Raider J in the building. He says, I would like to see DJ Turner take it to the house on a kick punt return. I would love to see that, bro, because our return game, our special teams game in general has not been that great. It's not been that great. And I would love to see this one be the game to where we could definitely turn it around. And we could have a guy like DJ Turner who just recently came back to the team off IR, I believe. Would love to see him come back and show a little spark, give a little spark to this team. Maybe even get some screen plays to him. Maybe get a little jet sweep to him just to see what he can do. Maybe get touches. Maybe get around 10 touches, including special teams to him. That would be nice. Carolina Jedi says, I'm surprised, but we're struggling learning Josh McDaniels' system. Everybody from Derek Carr down to the defensive coordinator. And that's facts, Carolina. That's facts, Jedi. Because when you have receivers, when you have two receivers that you pay big money to running into each other, that's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing. The game is on the line. Everybody is watching. It's 4th and 1. All we need is a field goal. And the two receivers, the two best receivers on your team run into each other. I don't know if you blame the players so much because it's hard to learn the system, or if Josh McDaniels' system is just too difficult. And it's like, bro, it shouldn't be that difficult. You need to just take it down a little notch so then we could actually execute correctly. Boogie says, it's a what have you done for me lately league. Yep, I agree. Raider Rob says, we made the passing game priority, and it hasn't panned out. Jacobs has been a dog on the offense. Should run based off the run game. A lot of play action screens. And that's what I was saying earlier, Raider Rob. But how well have we been doing in play action? Like, I want to see some good play action plays. I don't want to see a bunch of power play action plays to where there's one receiver running downfield, then you have only one running across. That's not very – I don't like those plays all the time. Sometimes you could just do a quick little fake handoff and then still have 4 guys run out there or something. But it seems like we always want max protection. Notice, we always want max protection on play action passes. And it's pretty wet. It's not hate, it's called constructive criticism. Exactly. So if I were to sit here and say, Waller leads the team and drop passes, would that be hate, or would that just be the facts? That would be the facts, right? But some people call it what they want. Guns of Smoke, it's not hate, it's recognition of lack of production while he asked for more money. Call it what you want. And you haven't even been playing for us. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Kenny in the house, man. Shout out to Kenny, man. What's good with you, man? Long time no see. Appreciate you pulling up, man. If y'all can, we over 100. Let's see if we can get over 100 likes, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. Go hit that like button. Go make a play. Raider Nation, let's get it done. Shout out to Kenny, though. He says, Raid, you see now. All these guys were shouting, pay Dopey, but now they're not owning it. I told you that we never should have paid the dope fiend. Kenny, man. I would just say let's take a step back. Let's take a slight step back because you've been watching for a while, and I wanted to trade Waller. I took my heat for saying that. And I will never sit here and say, or call him a dope fiend. I wouldn't do that, bro. Let's take a step back. But I do hear your frustrations. And I do agree that we shouldn't have paid him, especially because he still had 2 years left on his contract. I feel like we should have waited. We should have made sure he came back healthy. We should have made sure he still had the same production that he's shown previous to last year before he got hurt. And then you give him that contract in the midst of the season, maybe in the middle of the season when we've seen that he's okay, healthy, and he's going to be productive. But man, you gotta chill out, brother. I'm not gonna call anybody a dope fiend. I don't know these men. I don't know these men personally, and I wouldn't want to call them any names, any crazy names. Van City, appreciate you pulling up, brother. He says, man, Raid, what's good, bro? I absolutely loved your point yesterday about how much money was invested in the offense than on the defense. Hey, I appreciate you, Van City, man, but I was getting smoked. I was getting smoked so bad on Twitter the last 48 hours, man, because, look, I had mentioned, and it reminded me of when I had mentioned the Waller stuff last year in the middle of the season. When I had mentioned trading Darren Waller, people were like, you're stupid, you're a moron, calling me every name in the book. And it's like, damn, chill out. Aren't I still a Raider fan? Aren't I still part of Raider Nation? You calling me hella names because of my opinion. But my point is that when I had talked about the offense these last 48 hours, and I said, look, it's the offense fault, because that's where we put the money in. That's where we used draft picks 1 through 4 on the offense. Top 4 picks in the draft were on the offense. We signed over $150 million on the offense, right? In one single season, because you think about Derek Carr getting, let's say, $35 million in a season. Then you have to add up Darren Waller getting 15, and then you add up Hunter Renfrow getting whatever, like 15, and then Devontae Adams. The offense should be winning games for us no matter what. And when they aren't, I feel like it's their fault. It's that simple. It's really that simple. Was Amik Robertson out? I don't believe Amik Robertson was out. We had the injury list right here, and no, he's not. The only people out on defense are Jayon Brown, Matthew Butler, and Tashawn Bauer. So what that tells me is that we could potentially see Neil Farrell Jr. out here getting in some burn. We could definitely see that. Mike Moore says, no, I don't want to torture myself with the Broncos game. Yeah, I don't know about a Broncos game. I don't know about that. I thought that was Adams' fault. I believe it was Adams' fault. I believe it was. And this is kind of my point, is that if you give a player, if you trade for a guy and you send a team a first and a second round pick, plus, this is what people need to understand, is that we didn't only trade for Davante Adams, we also gave him the most money we've given any player in a long time. So when you give him a big amount of money, when you send first and second round picks, and you invest that into the offense, and that investment makes mistakes with the game on the line, that's the offense's fault. We didn't send a first and a second round pick to go get a defensive tackle like a Aaron Donald or anything. Of course, they would never trade Aaron Donald, but my point is we didn't go trade for a position of need on the defense side of the ball. That's the best player in the league, right? Davante Adams, the best receiver in the league. We didn't go trade for the best defensive tackle in the league. We didn't trade for a top 5 defensive tackle in the league at all. So when you invest that much in the offense, they should be the ones winning the game for you. They should be the ones bailing you out. They should be the ones, when you have the game on the line, going to get the shit done, and they haven't. So the offense needs to step up 100%. Boostin' Weedy says McD said he was supposed to take an outside release. Yeah, but I believe so. I believe they've already now, I wouldn't say debunked. I wouldn't want to use that word, but they've already kind of figured out that Davante Adams definitely went off the script right there. The only guy that is playing well on our offense is the only guy we didn't pay. Sad. The only guy playing well is on offense is the only guy we didn't play, and that's sad. Oh, okay. Yeah, 100%, bro. You know, and rightfully so. And personally, I have to put this out there to you guys. I didn't want to give Josh Jacobs his 5th-year option. I didn't. And does that mean, look, I'm saying he's bad? No, I'm not saying that he's bad. I just didn't want to give him his 5th-year option. And I'm not going to switch up now with hindsight and say, oh, yeah, we should have gave it to him. I was one person that said, look, I didn't really want to give him a 5th-year option. That boy's balling out, and he's proving right now that he deserves to get re-signed. And what he's doing now is what I wanted to see from Waller. And then we re-signed Waller. And this is a great example, SVT. I'm glad you brought it up, because this is how you prove to give somebody a contract. Jacobs, after his rookie year, didn't have as good as seasons after that, right? It kind of tailored down. And then last year, he was still hobbled. He was still dealing with things. But at the end of the year, probably the last 3 to 5 games, he started to pick it up. And that's when we seen the regular Josh Jacobs, I feel like. And then in this season, we see him progressively get better as the season goes, as Josh McDaniels finally realizes and gets his head out of his ass that we need to hand the ball off to Jacobs, right? If he would have realized this in the Arizona game, we would have won the Arizona game. But this is Josh Jacobs proving that we should have gave him that 5th-year option. And now when we move forward, we should give it to him because he proved it to us. This is what I should have. This is what I wanted to see from Darren Waller. And the thing is, Darren Waller still had 2 years left. Josh Jacobs only has 1. This is his final season, right? So when you have 2 years left on your contract, and you're coming off of a season with a bunch of injuries and you didn't even play most of the season, I would have loved to see you in your second to last year in the contract, prove it to us, and in the middle of the season, we could have gave you the bag. Aaron, appreciate you dropping a super, brother. He says we should bring Jamarcus. Here we go. Here we go. Let me go ahead and get this one, man. We should bring Jamarcus Russell and Elver Galarga to play on the O line. I don't even know who Elver Galarga is. I ain't gonna lie. What's good, Ray? Let's get this W, Raiders. Yes, sir, man. We got to go get this W. Let me get that one more time. Raiders. Yes, sir, brother. Shout out to Aaron for always supporting the channel, man. But, yeah, don't even bring up Jamarcus Russell. That's a grown-ass man. If you watch that interview with Jamarcus Russell, that's a grown man that is like, bro, how old are you and you're still not taking accountability? Like, Jamarcus Russell is delusional, and he needs to take accountability. That dude's a weirdo. Raiders defense must contain Dameon Pierce. And this is what I was talking about earlier, EG, Egalitarian 207. Shout out my brother. I don't want to sleep on this team and watch Dameon Pierce and Josh Jacobs battle back and forth and Dameon Pierce be going off. This is definitely what I don't want to see, especially if we let Pierce get the ball rolling and they want to feed off of the play action pass. We'll get eaten up. So I don't want anything to develop on their offense as far as getting the run game going, which they're going to want to do, because I looked at their last 2 games, and in their last 2 to 3 games, they started running the ball a lot more, and they started giving Dameon Pierce a lot more opportunities on the ground. So the first 2 to 3 games, they played different versus these last 2 to 3 games that they have played. So I definitely want to see what they come out and do against us, but I think they're going to be run heavy, even though our defense is better at the run defense than it is, or better at defending the run than it is the pass, I should say. That shit's not cool. Yeah, man. He said major hating now. Yeah, I ain't trying to do that, man. Ray, do you think we really going to be aggressive to trade for help, or is the media blowing smoke our ass? You know, where there's smoke, this is one thing I've learned as I've been, kind of covering the Raiders as a content creator, as you could say, is that where there's smoke, there's fire, man. Like, when I first heard about the Davante Adams thing, where there's smoke, there's fire. At first, everybody was like, oh, it's rumors. I'll believe it when I see it. When there's smoke, there's fire, bro. The Josh McDaniels thing, when there's smoke, there's fire. So you don't really know, so it could potentially happen, like Nelson Aguilar. Should we trade for Nelson Aguilar? Do we need wide receiver help? Hell no, we don't. We don't need wide receiver help. We don't. But would he be a great fit? Hell yeah. If we can get Nelson Aguilar for a 5th-round pick, ladies and gentlemen, that'd be great. Because he knows the system. He has chemistry with Carr. This could be a deep threat. Nelson Aguilar would be everything we wanted out of Tyron Johnson. And this is where it differentiates, right? Because Tyron Johnson, he couldn't really stick with the team because he couldn't figure out the playbook, from what I've gathered. Because when you listen to our offensive coordinator in the press conferences, it was week 5. It was week 4. After week 4 in the press conference, the OC was saying how Tyron Johnson needs to show it in practice. He needs to show in practice and continue to show in practice week after week that he can continue to be in his offense and make the right decisions. And once you hear that, and once you realize he hasn't gotten any reps in the game, and we let him go, it's because he can't pick up the playbook. And when Davante Adams is running the wrong routes and struggling to pick up the playbook, it may be that Tyron Johnson couldn't figure it out. And that's why the rumors of Nelson Aguilar may be out there, because we want to bring in a guy that knows the playbook already, so we don't have to deal with the learning curve. And it would be a great pickup, in my opinion. I'm teaching my brother on how to find the game. I'm missing everything. Yeah, man. Just go to Dofu Sports or Crack Streams, or I guess Mesh Streams too. I ain't never messed with Mesh Streams, but that's a different one. Yeah, man. People going crazy on you on Twitter. Yeah, bro. I didn't even think like people would trip like that, but they kept the conversation going and going and going, and I haven't even responded in a while, and they keep tagging me. So I'm like, dang. Is Darian Butler playing today? I don't know if he's playing today. He's not on the injury list or anything like that. I'm sure but I doubt he plays today. I doubt he plays today, because I feel as if we wanted to stop the run, we would bring in Blake Martinez with Denzel Perriman and probably Masterson before we would bring in Darian Butler. I liked Waller too, but he acting like glass now and maybe back on the pills. I wouldn't want to make any assumptions, Snyder. Let's not do that to these guys. Let's not make assumptions because although we know about his history and about his past and his story, let's not all of a sudden just say like this guy relapsed or anything, right? Let's not do that. Maybe the reason he's not healing up as fast is because he doesn't take the pills. It's because he doesn't take medications or pain medication. He's not getting those Brett Favre treatments on the sideline and going back in the game, right? He's not getting those going to the locker room and getting one of those NFL blitz medications. You know what I mean? So, I don't want the hate on Waller. I just want to stick to a business decision on what to do with the player at this point. Waller acting like when he was in B-more. Yo, he got his bag now. I mean, they should have. I don't know, man. People on Twitter was heated yesterday, me included. Hey, bro, it was fun though, man. It was fun, man. Yo, we 45 minutes deep, man. Over 100 people deep. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Go make a play. Appreciate y'all. G says, "Hey Ray, just stepped in. Whatever I missed, man. Hey, we just chopping game, bro. We just chopping game. Talked about Waller. We talked about his defensive rank. The Texans. We can't sleep on the Texans. Talked about how Waller is out this game. So we making it happen, bro. SVT, Aaron, you a fool for that one. What did Aaron say? Aaron, what did Aaron say? What I miss? Oh, the Jamarcus Russell joint. That boy wildin'. He said F Magic Johnson. Dreading One says, is the rumor about Magic Johnson wanting to be minority owner of the Raiders true? And what do you think about it? Salute to the nation. Shout out to Dreading One. Appreciate you, brother, pulling up. The rumors, I think it is true. I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a deal because we know who the owner is. And I feel like there's going to always be minority owners. And to have somebody like Magic Johnson be a minority owner would help us, I feel like. It would help us in like the entertainment side of it. It would help us in the business side of it. And just moving forward. We're in Vegas now. I think we kind of have to understand that we have made a lot of business moves. And Magic Johnson joining the team, maybe he can bring some things to this team as far as investments to help kind of bolster this the back end of this team as far as like the money side and business decision stuff. I don't think that'd be a bad idea at all. Tony Collins says Sports Stars is decent. It may be a stream. I haven't heard of that one either, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Hankins needs a sack. Hank is my guy, man. Shout out to Hankins. Shout out to Jonathan Hankins, man. He be repping the Redemption brand. My guy be chopping it with me. He be giving me feedback. So shout out to Jonathan Hankins. Dude has stepped up. I'm sorry, y'all, but Jonathan Hankins, people will try to talk down on this dude. He has stepped up, and he is part of the reason why this run defense has been what it is. And I think people, although he could get a sack, Hankins isn't that kind of defensive tackle to where he's more of the pass rusher. He's been known as that nose tackle run stuffer, and that's what he's been doing for us. And I feel like this is what we should be expecting from Bilal Nichols. This is what we should be getting from Nichols, is getting a sack and a pass rusher in the interior of the defense should be Bilal Nichols and Matthew Butler, in my opinion. Isn't this why we drafted Matthew Butler? Isn't this why we signed Bilal Nichols? So I would love to see it from those guys. But as far as Hankins and Neil Farrell Jr., I feel like their skill set is more of a nose tackle, more of a run stuffer. But I would love to see Hankins get a sack. And I believe he still can, and he has before. So shout out to Tubby Chile. Always pulling up on us, man. Longtime follower. Hydra in the building. He says, go Texans. Hey, y'all going to have your hands full today, man. Y'all going to have your hands full today, Hydra. Coach is active, but, I mean, he never gets no burn. I don't know why he doesn't get burned. I don't know why, bro. I have no clue. Salute to Ryan Rangel, man. He said, at work, tuning in, brother. Shout out to you, man. Go get your bag. Go on your grind. Handle your business, bro. I just started a new job, y'all. That's why I wasn't able to produce or put any content out really this week after Good Morning Nation, which we have every Monday morning, still back in full effect. Don't forget tomorrow morning, Good Morning Nation, the best Raiders Morning Nation show on the damn screen, y'all. So make sure y'all pull up to that. But I did start a new job this week. I work 312, guys. I work 312s. So, certain days I may just be completely out the loop just because of how long I'll be there, but I only work 3 days out the week most of the time. So I'm still going to be able to pull up on Sundays and Mondays and knock out this content and be able to cover it for y'all, pull up for you guys. Shout out to Martinez. Also, Martinez said, I would love to bring in Alagalar. Sanjeet laughed me out of the room for suggesting a swap for Waller. Oof. I understand why he laughed you out the room, Austin, but I would not trade Waller for Aguilar. I'm sorry. I would only trade Waller for a second at the least. I would want a first or a second for Waller. Also, I would trade Waller for a better wide receiver, more along the lines of like a Mike Williams on the Chargers, to where he's not elite, but he's above average as far as wide receiver goes. I wouldn't say Mike Williams specifically. I'm just using him as an example of talent level, because Mike Williams is above average. He'll go get it, but he's not like elite at that point. Digi Perez says it is confirmed that he is interested, but not active talks are in place. Okay. It'll be interesting. Raider Andy in the building. Appreciate you supporting the channel as usual, man. Raider Andy, thank you very much for the super and the donation. He says, what's up, big dog? I just tuned in. What I missed? We got to get a dub today for my birthday. Raiders. Everybody in the chat right now. We got over 100 people. Y'all go in the chat and make sure to wish our brother Raider Andy a happy birthday. Drop in the chat right now. Flood the chat. Spam the chat. HBD. Happy birthday, Raider Andy, because it's our brother's birthday. And we need to get this dub for him, man. What have you missed? We just been talking about Waller, some rankings for the Texans, some rankings for the Raiders. The Texans rankings are currently sitting at, on defense, the Texans rankings are currently, if I can find it. No, I can't find it. But the Raiders rankings right now is 28th defense, 6th offense, and the Texans are about 15th in defense and about like 24th in offense right now, man. Happy birthday to Raider Andy, man. Shout out to Raider Nation. I love Raider Nation, man, because they're always willing to support so quick. I'm 28 like JJ, so he's going to show out. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, dog. 28, shoot. Hey, you getting close to 30, man. You getting close to 30. Investing money on Waller was a big mistake. I said it last year. We should have traded him. Also, Jones was a terrible signing. Loco Sick, me and you was on the same page, dog, because I wanted to trade Waller as well. I took the heat for it, but look, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to put your opinion out there. And as far as Chandler Jones signing, I didn't like it either. I wanted to get a defensive tackle. I wanted to invest in defensive tackle, and I wanted to use Cleveland Farrell and Malcolm Kuntz on the edge, on the other side of the damn defensive line, and just go invest in the defensive tackle that we could put in the middle to wreak havoc. Okay. Daniel Kim says, salute, Ray. Salute to my guy, DK. He says, glad that I could catch you on Farrell and Ray's live last night. I think that you and that duo and possibly Sanjeet would make a great Raiders breakdown show. The knowledge drop fire. Yes, sir, bro. I mean, we may have to get that going because, look, make sure y'all tune in and keep your eyes open, because tomorrow night I may go live twice tomorrow. I'm going to do my Good Morning Nation for sure. Y'all know we do every morning at 8:45 Pacific Standard Time. We go live Monday morning, every single morning. But my point is that I may go live twice, because tomorrow evening we may go live with Sanjeet, because me and him, whenever me and Sanjeet link up on a live, you know it's going to be crazy, bro. You could just the energy just goes up. Ray, where you streaming the game, brother? I'm in California, so I may be able to just, you know what I mean, go on the cable box and catch it. I know my guy Andy over at Raiders Football Talk, that dude be watching the Raiders game from the future. He be Andy over on Raiders Football Talk be watching the Raiders game from the damn future, bro, because even I'm watching his YouTube, and he's calling the play before I even see the play. I'm on the play before the play that he's even watching, and he's calling on YouTube, and YouTube got a delay. So I'm like, damn, how you got a delay on your YouTube, but you watching the game before I'm even seeing the play? So I'm like, yo, this man watching the game from the future, dog. Like, I don't know how he does it. How is it going at the new joint? It's solid, bro. It's solid. It's solid, bro. You know what I mean? I just want to go in, you know what I mean, work my job, do my due diligence, and get up out of there and collect my check. That's it, bro. I'm not trying to do all that other stuff. Congratulations. What's your favorite Vietnamese dish? What the hell? Who are you talking? You talking to me? That's a random question. My favorite Vietnamese dish? I mean, I like egg rolls. You know what I mean? I like a nice noodle bowl, you know, with some noodles and egg rolls, but that my grandma used to make. But I like vermicelli, kind of like that. Vermicelli, chicken, shrimp, vermicelli's fire, or chicken and beef, vermicelli, or just chicken vermicelli with a lot of vegetables, cucumbers, carrots, bean sprouts. You know what I mean? I be going in on those, but I like vermicelli a lot. Schnatter says, I agree with Raid. We do not need help on wide. Yeah, we don't need help at wide receiver, bro. We need help on the defense, but I don't think that we have any opportunities to really advance or move the needle when it comes to the interior of the defense right now. Appreciate everybody telling our brother happy birthday. I want everyone hurt to sit this out, just an extra preseason game. Hey, it is what it is, man. We can't sleep on them though, Gabe. Like that's what I've been trying to say this whole life. We cannot sleep on this game. Digital Press says he'll be on mess streams. It's crazy. It's crazy to say that shit, bro. Our guy Digital Press is going to be on meth streams. All right, you got to finish that one, man. Bruce Davis in the building. High raise. Salute to you, big bro. Shout out to Bruce Davis. Shout out to you, man. Salute to our guy pulling up on us. Appreciate you, dog. Raid, are you going live after today's game? Yep, I'm going to be going live after today's game for a post game because I got to talk about this damn game. And see what this offense does because I'm very critical of this offense. I have been these last couple of weeks, and I want to see what they do today. Y'all was convinced that Pat Graham was a good DC. Now, Tony Collins, when y'all say y'all, who would you talk about? Because when I was saying Patrick Graham did good his first season with the Giants, but then his last season with the Giants, he did garbage. That's when I was saying we need to make sure he proves it to us before we give him any kudos. Before we give him any points, we need to see Patrick Graham go out there and make it happen. Because when me and Farrell were talking about it, it was funny. We had brought up Paul Gunther, that Patrick Graham is potentially another Paul Gunther, and that and it's just coincidentally that their initials are PG, right? So we got another PG. And people were like, oh, don't tell me that, Ray. Don't tell me that, Ray. And what I was saying, that he's a better Paul Gunther because he's a better teacher, I feel like. I feel like he's a better teacher of the game. So these guys are able to pick up on these multiple schemes and these confusing coverages. And so he could potentially be another Paul Gunther, but just a better Paul Gunther. And I think it may take a little time for this defense to pick it up. But at the same time, I need to see it to believe it, man. I need to see it to believe it. He said, bro, that shit sound crazy. They're not showing the Raiders game in the Bay Area. What the hell? What the hell? I seen our guy. So if y'all don't follow, I believe it's QBuy on Instagram. This dude be dropping so much, like he be dropping so much Raider knowledge stuff, bro, that I don't even know where he be even getting it from, dog. Like, I don't know where he gets it from. But he always posts where the Raiders will be showing the game. Okay, let me see right here. He always posts this. I don't know. And it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope that he does this. But I want you guys to go follow him. If you guys have Instagram, make sure to go follow this dude because he be posting some dope stuff. I like to follow him because I like to, keep up with the Raiders, of course, with some random stuff like this. And he posts stuff like this. And he'll just talk about where they'll be showing the game, basically. Let me see. He just shows where the game. And his name is QCuy Online, I believe it is. CUCUY Online. And, he shows this. This is what every week I see this thing. So it shows where they'll show the game. And right here is the Raiders game. Houston is the yellow. So they're only showing it in this small area of Houston. And then only parts of California, a small part of California, and Nevada and Utah. Or no, just in Nevada. So, yeah. If y'all want to go follow him, he be dropping some cool stuff, man. He be dropping some dope stuff. Boozing with E said, yeah, out here in Sac, we have the game local TV. Yep, damn, that's crazy. It's weird. It's in Sac, but not the Bay. But the Bay isn't the – okay, yeah. I mean, that does make sense. I guess so. Not really, but it is what it is. Andy got that bunk bed. Oh, shit. He got that bunk bed time machine. Hey, that boy Tony Collins off the damn chain. You a fool. You a damn fool, boy. You a fool, boy. He said, Yeah, bro stays in the future. It's hard to watch his. Yeah, bro, it's hard, man. Paul Burton says, just ordered my white and black hat with the redemption. Plan to wear it to the Vegas versus Colts game. Shout out to you, Paul Burton. Appreciate you supporting the brand, brother. For those who don't know, yeah, go support the brand, man. I did just see that order come in, Paul Burton, so I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we got the white and black. These are the favorites. These are the favorites, and this time they got the Pilly series on the side. And the Pilly series is my favorite, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And I got these ones on here as well, but these ones sold out. The black on black sold out. Like these ones, people love the black on black. These ones is fire too. But appreciate you, Paul Burton, man. If anybody wants to check it out, just check the link down in the description. Redemption brand. Appreciate y'all. And Digital Press has the link to the game right here, guys. So if you guys want the link to the game, make sure to tune in right here. NFL Bite and NFL Streams today also got it. Also got it, man. Bro said bump big time. Bro. Tony Collins is a damn comedian, dog. That man a fool. Crazy how the Packers are doing bad without Adams. Yo, I got the Packers defense starting, man. Is their defense doing decent at least? Okay, so right now the Raiders offensive line. This is what the Raiders offensive line currently looks like based on the pregame is Colin Miller at left tackle, Dylan Parham at left guard, Bars at right guard, and Illuminor at right tackle. And, of course, center is Andre James. First time all season, the Raiders have started same offensive lineman in consecutive games. So, like I had brought up earlier, man, I wanted something that I wanted to see. One of my points, one of my takeaways from this game was I wanted to see this offensive line. And if we were going to go out there and actually have the same starting offensive line and see if they could go out there and not get penalties. And mainly it's Jermaine Illuminor. It's mainly Jermaine Illuminor, like for real. I'm rocking the black on black today. Shout out to Raider Andy, man. Yes, sir. That black on black is crazy, bro. I'm glad you're able to snatch one up because them things sold out. Them things was gone. Them things was gone, man. So Digital Press says, Andy texted me. He said, fuck y'all because I should him the comment. Hey, that shit was crazy. That comment was crazy. That man, Tony Collins, hey, he came through with a heater with that one, bro. The flipping the bunk bed shit. I mean, week 2. Wearing the black and white hat for the win. Yo, shout out to you, Kevin Lurker. Appreciate y'all supporting me so much. It means a lot, man. I'm telling y'all, it means a lot to me. Hell yeah, Hadamaki got one of the dopest names. I don't know if that's like your real name or if it's your username or something, but that's a dope ass name, bro. Shout out to you, man. We getting this W. Yeah, I believe we win. Now, with that being said, y'all, what I need y'all to do, of course, is hit that like button. But I need y'all to do in the chat right now is drop down in the comments and let me know what is your guys' score prediction. What is your guys' score prediction? Because I feel like this one could be all over the place. I feel like it could be a low-scoring game because we would want to run the football and they would want to run the football. And at the same time, these defenses, they could be shaky. I mean, their defense is ranked a little higher than us, but I don't think they played an offense with a passing attack like we have. So I want to know. Let me know that in the comments right now. What is y'all score predictions on this one, man? What village is Hadamaki from? The Hidden Leaf? Hey, bro, I'm from the. Hey, for those who don't know, I'm from the Hidden Cloud Village, man. I'm from the Hidden Cloud Village, you know. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody, man. That's from their own village. But I'm Hidden Cloud for those who don't know, for sure. And as a matter of fact, where's my shit at? I even got my Hidden Cloud. I even got my Hidden Cloud bandana and shit. First one out the gate is Rodals. He says 28-21 Raiders. 28-21, solid. Dang, we got with 3 in a row. 3 people in a row put the same score. 24-17 from Dean Menace, 24-17 from Charm City, and 24-17 from SVT. That's a hell of a that's crazy. Maybe let's see what happens, man. 24-23 Raiders. Woo! We win by 1 point. Shout out to Team Raider, man. 15 minutes, almost time to game time, baby. Yes, sir. Damn, Digital Prezi paying $40 a month to stream football games. What's $40 a month? What the hell? What's $40 a month? Tony Collins, 24-16, 27-20. They light skin over at the You said they light skin over at the class. Hell yeah, bro. You know Killer B. You know the Raikage. I'm the Raikage. They call me Raid. I'm the Raikage though. I'm the Raikage. I'm a Raid and I'm the Raikage. 30-14. Damn, we're gonna put up 30. The offense has not scored 30 points this entire season, y'all. The offense has not scored 30 points this entire season, so I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised, but I would love to see it. I definitely would love to see it. 30-21. Brandon Abrams says, I like that score. I really like that score. I really like that score. Booster E says, I get a lot of compliments when I wear the hat at work and out on the streets and work with all Niners fans. Your brand is fire. Sack rock with you, bro. Appreciate you boosting with E, man. It means a lot to hear that, brother. Definitely means a lot to hear that because I do put a lot of effort and work into it. And you guys supporting me only helps me continue to grind and continue to keep doing what I'm doing, man. So I appreciate everybody that's been supporting. Appreciate everybody that pulled up to this live, man. We about to hop off of this thing, man, because I'm going to go pregame. You feel me? I'm going to go pregame for this, and I hope y'all able to get a chance to pregame, and I'm glad y'all was able to hop on and pregame with this. Don't forget, we going live after the game for the post-game show because we got to drop that knowledge. We got to tell y'all what we've seen in this one, man. The Raiders are going to win this one, guys. At the end of the day, I believe we win this, so make sure to pull up after this one. Don't forget, every Monday at 8:45 Pacific Standard Time, we pull up for Good Morning Nation. I hope to see everybody there. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out, and don't forget to check out Redemption Brand. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. Hope to see you guys at the post-game show. Right about to head to the Cloud Village. Yes, I am, brother. Hey, yo, Mike Morris, I just realized what you did, dog. It took me literally half a second, but I see what you did there, dog. I see what you did there, dog. I need to take a picture. I need to take a picture of this comment. That's legendary, bro. That's a legendary comment. That man, Mike Morris, is a freaking genius, man. Shout out to everybody, though, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Hey, did you, Mike? Let me know. Hit me back on Instagram, Mike. I don't think you messaged me back. Did you watch that Taking Concrete show I sent you on Instagram, bro? That's the only link I could find it. So I think that's the only link you could use. But that show, I'm telling you, bro, that movie's crazy. Taking Concrete. If anybody likes anime and wants to watch a movie, check out Taking Concrete. Follow me on Instagram if you want the link, and I'll send it to you. But shout out to everybody that pulled up, bro. Appreciate y'all being here. Pull up for the post-game show. I will make the stream here in a second. Shout out to everybody, man. And Farrell, pull up to the stream, Farrell, on the post-game show. Appreciate y'all, Raider Nation. I'm out.